Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. I want to tell you something that I found really fascinating in especially my last sports show that I just returned from in New Hampshire. And I had at least 3 or 4 people come to our booth and say, "Oh, we grew up there." I'm like, "Up there? What do you mean up there? Where you're from?" We grew up in Messina, or we grew up in Norfolk, or we grew up in Ogdensburg, or we grew up in Brazier Falls. Now, there's 4 of them I remember right now. And so it was interesting for them to start passing on their feelings about our area and what it's like to be away from our area. And I wanted to find these things out. So I asked them, tell me the difference of life here where you are in New Hampshire compared to what life was like in the St. Lawrence River Valley. And one of the things that stood out, immediate thing that they said is, oh my goodness. And now when I'm talking about here, I'm talking about New Hampshire. Life is so much faster here. When we go back home to visit our relatives, we're struck by how much slower pace it is back there. And then they all raved about all the wonderful and beautiful things about back home. They really did. I'm not just saying this. But, not all is rosy and merry and cheery. When they've returned, they remember when they were young, the energy, the robustness of our area, because there was flourishing businesses that were keeping people not only employed, but in a very positive manner about the future in our area. And now they return and they see that those businesses are gone. And there's a reflection on how we carry ourselves, how we look and seem and feel compared to the positive energy that existed decades ago. And this is something we should be aware of. And this is why we are trying to bring people back here to discover that, yes, this slower pace life, this more, I hate to say more beautiful because every area in our country has its beauty, but the beauty of the vast lands around us and the diversity of the topography and the offerings is amazing. And they're all aware of that. They say that. But, we have to be aware that if we can build something based on this, then maybe we can bring back that positive, dynamic energy that once existed in this area because we were so profoundly successful here. Our plants were giving our workers a way of life that they're searching for now. And so I'm very aware of all these things. And the one thing that we can continue to try to do is realize that there is a real potential in bringing people back and bringing people that have never been here to discover what we have. But we need to have the infrastructure to be able to maintain that. I've said over and over again, the last thing I want to do is turn us into a, quote with quotation marks around it, tourist area. What I want to do is take this wonderful area and this wonderful way of life. And I know a lot of you think, oh yeah, wonderful way of life. We all have problems, and we do. But this area is unique, and a lot of times we forget it. And the people that rediscover it are those that have gone away to search for new grounds and find that maybe they left the best behind. So we got to keep building on that. We need new businesses to spring up to support the people that want to come here. They want to be able to do more than just go fishing. They want to find places to go. And I try to talk to them about all the wonderful things that we do have here for families and for kids. And in so many cases, it's free. But this is something that really affected me in talking to people that had left our area and had come back, and what they thought and felt. And there was still that gleam in their eyes as they remembered the wonderful times along the banks of the St. Regis River or floating down the majestic St. Lawrence. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.